And welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin in the 2024 WIAA State Softball Championships. Now we got the Division IV matchup between the Cubans from Cuba City and the Crickets from Fall Creek. Hi, everybody. Bob Brainerd along with Bill Brophy. Bill, two newbies to this state tournament, and here you go on your very first trip, and you're playing for a state championship today. That leads us right into our Menards keys of the game on how you're going to get it done if you're the Cubans or the Crickets.
Well, the Fall Creek Crickets, they could beat you either way. They beat Grantsburg 1-0 in the sectional final. Grantsburg is the top-ranked team in the state. And here the other day in the semifinals, they scored a 12-0 win over Coleman. They got three hitters over 400 averages. Sophie Johnson's one of them. She's also got 11 home runs and 41 RBIs. Meanwhile, she's going to face a good one in Peyton Kyle, who's pitched Cuba City the championship game. She's got over 210 strikeouts this season. She's a whiz.
They know what has to get done, and they'll get a chance to do it here in Madison. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Back here in Madison as the Crickets take the field. The temperature has dropped. It is a little rainy for this one, but not torrential and no lightning in the area. The wind has picked up since our Division V game this morning, so we play on. And in the circle for the Crickets, getting the warm-up tosses here, is Grace Harem. And she definitely, Bill, is the ace of this Cricket staff.
Well, Harem has pretty much been the primary pitcher 25-2 with a 139 earned run average coming into the tournament. Had 7 shutouts, 21 complete games. Picked up her 8th shutout the other day in her 22nd complete game with a 5-hitter in the 12-0 5-inning win over Coleman. She's fanned 192 in 166 innings. Here's a look at Harem.
It's a Cubans team that came into this tournament hitting over 300, 308 to be exact. They'll try to solve the equation of a very tough pitcher. Two teams making their first trip to state. Fall Creek got here with a 12-0 shutout of Coleman in the semifinals, in Cuba City knocked off Auburndale. So all set to crown a brand new champion, a first-time champion, as Abby Schauf steps in and takes strike one. And just foul. The defense behind Harem is Asmussen, Roethlisberger, Johnson left to right in the outfield. Johnson, Barca, and Haynes left to right in the infield. And Westrate is the catcher for the lefty hurler from the Crickets.
But Harem says she thinks that ball is too wet. I think that's going to be a problem as the day goes on, because it's steady drizzle, temperature in the mid-60s, as Bob said. Temperature's probably dropping as
Cubans pounded out 13 hits against the Auburndale Eagles in that 9-4 victory.
Each of the top 5 hitters in the lineup scored a run. Both these teams did it the same way in the semis. Got off to big leads early. Cuba City scored 4 in the third, 3 in the fourth against Auburndale, and eased to a 9-4 victory.
Schoaf battling here, and a little tapper back to Harem, and leadoff hitter retired, 1 away. The umpires in this game, Don Baumgart is calling balls and strikes behind home plate. A.J. Ligman is down the line at first, and Mark Angel at third. Here's Summer Rogers, the third baseman for the Cubans. It was after that first pitch, and up, over, and out of play.
Rogers, a 237 hitter. Got a homer, triple, 3 doubles among her 18 hits. She's driven in 16. Drove in a run and scored a run the other day against Auburndale.
Off speed in that pitch, 0-2. Just got a piece.
As a team, Cuba City hits 308 collectively. hit 7 home runs in 24 games.
Rogers lays off the waste pitch there, 1-2.
Kept looking back at the umpire like she's waiting to get punched out.
Yeah. Still alive here. And continues the AB.
It's a young team, Cuba City, but 2 seniors.
To short. Johnson makes the play. She had Tum converging, but she took it over. 2 away. Here are your starting lineups for the Cubans, brought to you by Rural Mutual Insurance. Premiums paid here, stay here to keep Wisconsin strong.
Kraus is the only senior in that starting lineup.
This is Josie Cruiser now, strike 1.
Cruiser, an all-conference performer, .320 hitter with 2 homers, 20 RBIs. She went 1 for 4 and drove in a run in the semifinals.
She was a first-team all-conference honoree, along with 4 of her teammates as well, in a very tough Southwest Wisconsin Conference. Down the right field line, foul territory, and it's going to bounce foul. Johnson was over there giving chase. Only 2 losses each for each squad playing in this contest. Cubans lost to Fenimore in game number 1 of the season, and then middle of the season lost a 1-0 contest to Mineral Point. Otherwise, they ran the table. Again, foul and out of play. Fall Creek's 2 losses against Libertyville, Illinois in game 2 of the year. And then you have to go way to the almost the regular season finale. Lost a 2-1 game to Medford. Otherwise, they chalked up a whole bunch of W's. Snagged by Johnson. She won't have a play. She'll throw it anyway, but it'll be an infield single for Cruiser.
Good play by Sophie Johnson. Stretches out. You say she probably should have eaten the ball, but shows some quick reactions there. High throw, and first baseman Haynes bails the shortstop out. He shows she's got good hands out there at short.
So now Rachel Krause with 2 away and a runner on, swings through it.
Krause, the lone senior in the starting lineup. .262 hitter.
And floats it out of the zone, 1-1. These 2 teams, even though they're new to the state tournament, again, 2 losses each. Crickets ranked number 2 in the final coaches rankings, and the Cubans number 4. Near the line, and Asmussen got there. I don't know if Johnson, coming in to try to assist her, distracted her, but she couldn't glove it.
See, they give an error, they do.
So Krause continues the AB here, a break, still sitting 1-2.
Hutchinson went a long way, but just didn't squeeze the ball, and is credited with an error.
It's another chance here. And Johnson says, I'll make sure. Side retired. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Starting lineups for the Crickets, brought to you by Rural Mutual Insurance Company. Premiums paid here, stay here, keep Wisconsin strong. 3 lefty hitters in this lineup against the right-handed pitcher Guile. And this is Tum to lead it off, the third baseman. Kennedy, good leadoff hitter, hitting .356 for a Crickets team that comes in hitting .356.
When Kennedy gets on base, she is a threat to steal a base. 45 out of 46 in steals this year.
Coming in at the corner, trying to snuff anything out. It comes hot and heavy their way. 1-1 to Kennedy. Shortstop Vosberg had to make the quick throw and does for out number 1.
I'm getting down the line, showing her speed. But Vosberg up to the task. Slow tapper to short, but again, Tum's speed makes this play close.
Now to bring up Barca, the second baseman. Bill, tell us about Peyton Guile. She's a good one as well in the circle.
He's had a big year. In fact, probably the reason they are here on the year. 21-2 coming into the tournament. Thrown 20 complete games and had 210 strikeouts in 135 innings. That's not bad.
Good numbers for both pitchers in this D4 showdown. 1-0 to Barca.
Gal threw a 5-hitter, allowed 4 runs, walked 2 and struck out 9 in the 9-4 victory over Auburndale in the semis.
Avery scoots out of the way and runs the count 3-0.
Barca, one of 4 seniors on this cricket roster.
Allen tosses the strike.
341 hitter is Barca, has a homer, 27 RBIs.
Infield again for Barca, sneaking in at the corners. And now the count is full. Come back, young lady. Delayed call there by home plate umpire Don Baumgart.
Can see why Barca thought maybe she should take her base.
Dressler helping her pitcher out. So 3-2. And got a piece to stay alive.
Barca, 341 hitter with a homer, 27 RBIs. She went 1-for-2, drove in a run against Coleman in that 5-inning Mercy Rule shortened game.
And the story there was Harem. She was dealing. 2-hit shutout in those 5 innings to dispense Coleman. And the bats, of course, providing that pad of a dozen runs. Good battle here between Barca and Guile. Deep in the hole, Vosberg will just knock it down, and Barca will reach with an infield single.
Well placed hit between short and third. There's no way the shortstop was going to throw her out. First hit of the day for Fall Creek.
And now Sophie Johnson, the shortstop.
And she's the big bat in the lineup. 422 hitter. 11 home runs, 41 RBIs.
Runner goes. It's a strike. Dressler couldn't find the handle, so no throw. Barca steals second.
But Fall Creek steals a lot of bases. 177 steals in 30 games.
Yeah, Cubans got to be on their toes in this one. 0-1 to Johnson. Showed bunt and then snapped the bat back to try to swing away. Again, Rogers and Cruiser at the corners creeping in. They can almost shake hands with Johnson.
See if they keep the bunt on with 2 strikes. They've only bunted successfully 17 times.
Oh, a liner caught by Vosberg and doubled up at second base. Pitcher's best friend, Cuban's best friend. Double play to get out of the jam. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
The 2024 WIAA Softball Championships are brought to you by Rural Mutual Insurance Company. Premiums paid here, stay here to keep Wisconsin strong. A proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award for over 50 years.
I wish it looked that nice.
I was going to say, that was nicer times.
Nice artwork there on the Fall Creek bus that brought the Crickets here to state. Top of 2, Cuba City. Vosburg to lead it off. And chopped foul. And the temperature has dropped even from our 8 a.m. game in Division 5.
But it's mid-60s. The wind has been conflicting. The flagpole center is almost limp, but you look over to our left where there's flags top the grandstand. They're blowing rather briskly.
Ella Vosburg is aboard for the Cubans here in the top half of the second inning. Yeah, Mother Nature can't make up her mind yet on the weather conditions.
Vosburg reaches out and serves this one in the center field. Second hit for Cuba City. The leadoff man on for the first time.
And here's Brooklyn Dressler, catcher.
Let's see how the Cubans play. Do they bunt? Yep.
Brooklyn shows bunt and scooping it up. Tom came flying in from her third base spot to snuff it out for out number 1.
So Dressler can't get the bunt down.
And now Nolan will get lost. Here are the numbers for Grace Harem. Super stingy in the circle all season long. You go along with a good hitting club, and as Bill mentioned, the bases that the Crickets steal when they have runners on. And it's all the perfect recipe to get your team to state for the first time ever.
Harem's a junior, again being a left-hander, it's a different look than most teams have in the circle.
This time off the glove of Tom. So Nolan's going to reach with a hot smash at the hot corner.
That ball was hit pretty hard. So we got multiple base runners for the first time in the game. One hopper past Tom.
And Nolan trying to help her own cause here, stepping into the batter's box for the first time.
Cuba City's got 5 hitters averaging over 300.
That one way out of the zone.
Guile being one of them, a 313 hitter with 3 doubles, a triple, and 11 RBIs.
This one back to Harem. And then she tried for the double up, and they still got it. What a play. Caromed off of Johnson, but they stayed with it, and Barca eventually got it for the double up. Crickets out of the jam. Now a message from your local station, WIAA.
The 2024 WIAA Softball Championships are brought to you by the Wisconsin DOT. Zero in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives.
Bottom 2, each team has provided a double play ball to help their pitcher out. Raffensperger leads it off for the Crickets here in the bottom of the second inning. Harem the follow, and then Westrate, the catcher. Sends this one on the infield. Cruiser, foul territory, battling the wind and the bases over there. One away.
The weather conditions, I think, played a factor in that inning in double play at Cuba City. The runner at second, Vosburg, slipped trying to get back to second, and that's why you saw the unconventional 1-6-4 double play on a line drive. Ball caromed off the shortstop, and get enough presence of mind to still get the ball back to the second baseman and get the out ahead of the Vosburg who had slipped.
Man, that was funky. A little pinball action to get those 2 outs. Pitcher against pitcher here as Harem steps to the plate. Good hitter, 308.
24 RBIs. Doesn't have an extra base hit.
And creeping in at the corners again are the Cubans.
And again, because they know she doesn't have a lot of power, the outfield's fairly shallow as well.
Times it, but right at cruiser for out number 2. Going to bring up West Rate, the catcher. Brad Saransky is the head coach of the Crickets. 4th year at Fall Creek, but he's been around a long time. Coaching softball in the area.
23 years to be exact. At 437 career wins. There's Saransky. 90 wins at Fall Creek.
Upstairs. We always ask the coaches before they come to the stage, give us any little inside nuggets and tell us about your team. What makes it tick? And Brad had nothing. He really said nothing really to share with about individuals or coaches. No team-wide motto of any kind. That's just down and dirty. We just play softball, and all the extracurriculars, that's for other teams.
Well, he said they work hard the entire year and improved each day, and they have tremendous team chemistry and really enjoy playing together.
Oh, you're killing my point here.
I know. But I don't want people to think he blew us off.
No, he definitely didn't blow us off. He just said that it's just a team that is,
I get
they just play softball, right? It's some teams thrive on having that bonding moment motto, the traditions, the superstitions, and Fall Creek is give me the softball. Let's go. 3-1 to West Rate. It's contact here. Nolan giving chase. It's over her head, going all the way to the wall. West Rate thinking 3. Throw is going to be late. And a 2-out triple for the catcher.
4th double of the year for West Rate. The ball kept carrying. And certainly over the head of Nolan. Pretty strong going the other way. You can see Nolan didn't think that was going to go that far and didn't put it into gear until it was too late.
So a 2-out triple. Chance to score the first run of this contest. Asmussen, the left fielder, will try to do just that with 2 down. Runs up and takes a strike. Big hitter here in the 7 slot. 462 is Kendall. Fouls that pitch off.
Drove in a run in the semis with an extra base hit. 21 RBIs on the year.
Now trying to get out of this jam. Put a 0 up on the scoreboard. 0-2 pitch. Got her. Perfect timing to dial up her first K of the morning. No score after 2. Now a message from your local affiliate. This is your WIAA network station.
Your score, Cuba City 0.
2 hits apiece, but no scores. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Cuba City getting their hacks here. We'll see Redfern to lead it off, then back to the top of the order. Schoaf and Rogers. Long O, I'm told. We begin with the right fielder, Trina Redfern. Strike 1 to her. Ball 1 to her. I beg your pardon.
Lights have come on at Goodman Diamond on this cloudy morning.
I want to tap her. It got a piece of Trina. So just a foul ball. She was trying to scamper out of there just in case. And right there, caught the kneecap. Swings through that offering from Harem.
Harem went up the ladder on Redfern there. We're at the home of the Wisconsin Badgers. That's what Goodman Diamond is. 200 feet down each line. 218 the power alleys.
Schoaf is next. Hiram, the 1-2, and a slow roller, foul ball at the last second. Tom was all over it just in case it stayed fair. Hugged the line for a long time.
Don Bungard, plate umpire, with the call. Let's see, this last minute, this goes foul. Tom picks it up to make sure it stayed foul.
Just outside. So count is even again at 2-2. And waves at the high heat. Came in with late movement. First K of the day for Hiram. One away.
Yeah. Redfern had success by going up the ladder and strike 2, and there's no way Redfern's gonna hit that Hiram offering up in her eyes.
Here's Schoaf now. Grounded out back to the pitcher in her first AB. Sawed her off. Shallow center, right where Raffensperger was positioned, and there are 2 away. And Rogers will be the hitter.
Second time through the order, Hiram faces the Cuba City lineup.
Summer swings through the first pitch, grounded out to short. Shaping up to be one of those classic pitching duel that we often see here at State.
Especially in the finals, when aces have gotten their teams the final game of the season.
Both pitchers are good and both pitchers are dialed in. Then it comes down to the little things. Who's going to blink first? Who can play clean defense behind their hurler? 2-2 to Summer Rogers. Hanging in there.
5 of Rogers' 18 hits this year have gone for extra bases. She and on-deck hitter Josie Cruiser provide most of the power in the lineup.
Another K. 3 up and 3 down. 2 Ks in the books for Hiram. Middle of 3, we stay scoreless. Now a message from your local affiliate. This is your WIAA network station. So my partner got to the complex this morning, right? Took your bike out?
No, I didn't, Bob. It was raining. When that was scenic shot was taken at Picnic Point. It was a beautiful day.
This is more of the gloomy, choppy water day that we have in Madison.
Yeah.
Good walleye chop, I'm told. Craig, our stat man here, he wants to throw the pole out. All right, bottom 3, Fall Creek will send up Johnson, Haynes, and then Tum at the top of the order. Both pitchers dialed in here early. Both pitchers throwing strikes, and both pitchers getting good defense behind them. That sign, you may have seen that in the early innings. It was behind home plate. And the umpires discussed between innings that they had to move it, causing a distraction behind home plate. Another strikeout for Guile. She closed out the second with a K. Now she's got her second K of the day.
First baseman, Addie Haynes.
Johnson can't get to the pitch away.
And now the number 9 hitter, Addison Haynes, under left-handed stick. 3 of them in this Crickets lineup. Cuba City's lineup is all righties all the time against the lefty Hiram. Haynes cuts through it.
Haynes hitting in the 9-hole with a .425 average. Not too shabby. Double. Munger, 31 hits. Knocked in 11.
Love having that. Like another leadoff hitter, and then you flip the lineup card. Hopefully with your 9-hitter doing something in front of them. Two and one. And runs at it and swipes at it. Evens the count at 2-2.
Yesterday was the 13th time in 31 games that Fall Creek scored in double digits. So they can run it up on you pretty good. But as we mentioned the open, they also scored a 1-0 12-inning victory over then top-ranked Grantsburg in the sectional final.
Town is full. Haynes doing a good job working against Guile here. Conversely, the Cubans, Bill, they got here because they have the ability to grind out wins and win low-scoring, tight ball games by finishing it out. And finishing off the AB, Haynes looking at strike three. 2 away.
I think this was a unanimous decision by Haynes on where the pitch was.
Kennedy Tom.
But back-to-back Ks here in the third, and 3 in a row delivered by Guile. Tom now top of the lineup card. Grounded out our first AB. Takes ball one outside. Signs flashing from that Cubans dugout. And you see Dressler and Guile. They get on the same page to deliver the pitch.
Guile's retired the last 3 in a row, all by strikeout.
3-0 here to Tum. He hasn't walked a batter yet, Bill.
You want to keep this girl off the bases.
Yeah, she is a handful. Guile got the strike, so now 3-1 here. And the free pass. So it ends the string of consecutive Ks for Guile. Had 3 in a row. 2-out walk here brings up Barca, the second baseman.
And again, she is a major threat to steal. 45 of 46 stolen bases this year for Kennedy Tum.
There she goes. Not wasting any time. And in there safely. So update those totals for Kennedy.
Well, that's why a walk to her is like a double. She gets a big-time jump. I mean, you got to wait till the pitch is delivered in softball, but she's got good speed, and Tressler doesn't have a chance to throw her out.
You can tell she's confident because sometimes runners will take a peek back while they're running at home plate. She was just head down, barreling towards second base, and now dancing off of second base. And to keep the Cubans infield.
She had a very healthy secondary lead. Almost a running secondary lead. Here she goes.
Again, down to third, and got her. Doesn't happen often, but Cubans execute to get the third out. We stay scoreless at Madison. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network affiliate.
The 2024 WIAA Softball Championships are brought to you by the Wisconsin Education Association Council. WIAA thanks all public school educators giving their all this school year. WIAA, we teach, we inspire.
We have the best file tape of our Madison Scenics, don't we?
Well, the first 2 days of this event were very nice days in Madison. Today's a little cloudy and the wind has really picked up. It's blowing straight in right now as we play the 4th inning.
Hear him back out there for the Crickets, facing Cruiser.
And give Brooklyn Dressler credit for gunning down the base runner, Tum. We told you how efficient she's been all year. Only the 3rd time all season she's been nailed on the base paths.
2-0. Harem, before these 2 pitches, had only thrown 10 balls. I told you that she's a strike thrower, and she was doing that early. And right on cue, not doing that. 3-0. Cruiser, Kraus, and Vosberg here for the Cubans. Gets a strike there. 3-1.
Both pitchers have indicated their displeasure with the long interlude between innings.
Smack to left, right at Asmussen for out number 1. Noisy out, but an out nonetheless.
That's the best contact anybody has made against Harem for Cuba City, but Asmussen had her positioned well, and it was just
Left fielder, Rachel Krause.
a line drive to start the 4th.
There's Rachel Krause. Popped up to the shortstop, her first AB. Swings through the off-speed pitch. Cuba City, unlike Fall Creek, does have a team motto. And don't get me started.
I could hardly wait. What is it?
I'll get there.
Okay.
Take everything one at a time. And that's everything. Like, as in every pitch, every throw, every at-bat. One team. We told you they've been in a lot of one-run ball games, the Cubans. And because of that approach, Megan Rajman, it has worked. It has been the recipe to not try to think too far ahead. That may come in handy in a game like this, Bill. The way it's shaping up here, 4th inning, no score. Because there may be one moment that flips the scoreboard in your favor when it's all said and done. Hit the short. Johnson is there. And a nice scoop by Haynes into their end. 2 away.
Yeah, this has got all the makings of a pitcher's duel with late inning drama.
Love drama. Here's Vosberg. He's got one of the 2 hits so far for the Cubans. I think you know this. Maybe not. Right fielder makes the catch. That's Johnson. That was my tease going to break. Message now from our statewide sponsor, WIAA network station. I would pull it in for the day, fellas, but that's just me. That's a serious chop going on. Barca here to lead it off for the Fall Creek Crickets in their half of the 4th inning. No score, 2 hits apiece, but no runs for either squad.
Each team's had a double play.
Here's my little team factoid nugget that I was teasing before break, Bill.
I've been holding my breath in anticipation.
After this pitch, Barca singled as one of the 2 base hits. The Cubans against the Crickets. It's the only Cubans and Crickets in the state of Wisconsin. Unique nicknames. But you knew that, right?
I thought that would be the case, yeah.
Contrasting to, we just had the Pacelli Cardinals win another state championship, knocking off the Oakfield Oaks.
Is the Cardinals one of the most used nicknames in the state?
It is, and there are 5 Cardinals participating in the state tournament this year. It was good to be a Cardinal in 2024.
You've always been a big fan of mascots and nicknames, I've noticed.
Thanks for noticing. 1-2. Barca. See if there's room near the dugout. And there is for Cruiser to make the catch. 1 away. And the batter will be Johnson.
Guy has kept the leadoff person on base in every inning.
Shortstop, Sophie Johnson.
Sophie Johnson. Johnson hit that double play ball in the first inning that ended that immediate threat.
Put a good swing on that line into the shortstop, who turned it into 2. Neither teams had a base runner past second base. In fact, both teams, when they got a runner to second base, were doubled off second base.
Tapper foul. Something's got to give in this pitcher's duel. One pitch to right. Redfern circles under it and makes the grab. And there are 2 away for Raffensperger, the center fielder. Uniforms are sharp, Bill.
I've come to learn not only do you appreciate mascots and nicknames, but you are a big aficionado of uniforms, and I look forward to your opinion on the garb we see out on display today.
Well, Cuba City, I mean the traditional Cuba City black and gold with the, I don't know what you call the it's kind of like the Y neck that goes down. Remember we had Cuba City baseball that stayed a couple years ago, and they had that look on their uniform, so consistent with the look on the diamond. And the Crickets sharp as well here at State in their first ever appearance with the green and black and white trim.
Crickets prominently displayed on the uniform, proudly telling the world they are only a cricket in the
Only
state.
Crickets, yeah. 2-0 to Raffensperger. Got it a swing. Late movement out of the zone on a great pitch by Guile.
I like the yellow accent on the Cuba City. Subtle. But you were the uniform guy, not me.
2-2 to Raffensperger. So Guile falls behind 2-0 and battling back here. Trying to get that third out, trying to get her team to the 5th inning. Keep this scoreboard scoreless. Just up top.
Good take
Full
there.
count. Three-two again. Punched on the right field side, foul. In the 3rd inning, Guile issued her first walk. Remember, it came against Tom and stole a base, as she does, but then thrown out. It's been the only 3 pass that Guile has issued. Good battle here with Raffensperger. To short. Vosberg not in time. Ball took a carom off her glove, Bill, but it also took a kind of a funny hop before it got there.
Could be an error on the shortstop.
Watch the hop before it gets there. Right there.
Yeah, it was a strange hop, but the bobble enabled the cleanup hitter Raffensperger to easily beat the throw. Despite the overthrow, Raffensperger stays at first. There she goes.
Yeah, wasn't hesitating, and Harem was trying to help her out, but fouled it.
Raffensperger, 3rd in the club with 19 steals. She's only been caught once. And Fall Creek is 2 of 3 on stolen base attempts in this game.
Again, runner was going, but foul tip. Home plate umpire Don Baumgart. He jumped out and signaled a strike. Now he's saying there wasn't any contact. It looked like there was a foul tip here.
But there wasn't. Did you see in the replay?
Yeah, swinging strike. So Raffensperger now down at second on the swiped bag. 0-2, pitcher against pitcher, and Grace fouls it off. Guile needs a new softball, drier one. No precip in the area at the moment, but the earlier stuff has made the dirt infield a little moist at times. The pitchers doing their best to keep that softball secure for an easy grip. Guile back to work. 0-2 pitch. Liner off the glove of Vosberg. Crickett's going to get on the board first. One nothing Fall Creek.
So the unearned run breaks the tie. Vosberg extended fully, but can't glove this drive by Aram. See how close she comes. It'll be a courtesy runner for Aram. After she goes the other way, again, Johnson just barely missed it. See the disgust in John Vosberg.
So it's 1-0 Fall Creek.
25th RBI of the year for Aram.
Guile got the first 2 outs of this inning. But then that E couldn't corral it on the bouncer to short. And the shortstop couldn't glove it then. So Westrate now the catcher goes out to the first pitch. Should drop, and it does. Harum on her way to third. I beg your pardon, the courtesy runner on her way to third. Crickett's got something going here. Runners at the corners with 2 away.
Yeah, 2-out rally. All started after the error. Cameron Dahlberg running for Harum reached third on the single to center by Westrate. Reaches out and dumps it in front of Nolan in center field.
So chat time for the Cubans in the circle. I think they sense what we sense, is that this is a big part of the ball game. 1 run in, but the way these pitchers have been going here, that may be enough. So Crickets would certainly like to tack on a few more and then turn the ball back over to Harum. That was Guile's 20th pitch of the inning. And all this happened not only because of the error, but after the first 2 outs were easy pickings. And now Asmussen, the left fielder, trying to find some green and cushion the lead. Strike 1.
And meanwhile, the conference of Demond wanted to allow Guile and company to refocus and get the 3rd out.
The 0-1. Runner goes from first, fouled off. Asmussen struck out against Guile in her first AB in the 2nd inning. But a spot here to do some more damage with 2 away. Brad Saransky.
He wants to talk to his hitter.
Yep.
So he asks for time.
And rather than signals that might be miscommunicated, you get it right in the ear hole. So Kendall back to the plate. Runner goes from first, and strike 3 called. A run tally, though, by the Crickets in the bottom half of inning number 4 to break the stalemate here at State. Crickets 1, Cuba City Cubans nothing. We have a run. Crickets pushing one across in their half of inning number 4. Here's how they got it done. Right there, the single off the glove of Vosberg allowed that run to tally. Happy, happy, joy, joy in the Crickets dugout. So getting late here now, top of the 5th for the Cubans, as Dressler will lead it off, then Nolan and Guile.
You got Westray behind the plate.
Got a triple and a single and drove in the lone run. She's behind the dish handling her outstanding pitcher. Got the game face on. I like that. Strikeout. Dressler swings and misses. 3 punch-outs now for Harem. 1 away here in the 5th.
Center fielder, Alan Nolan.
And now here's Nolan. Ayla swings after the first one. On the infield, Johnson takes control. 2 away. And Hiram, Bill, not only a clean lineup card so far, getting a lot of outs, throwing a lot of strikes, but going after that first pitch, helping her out. She's had a lot of quick innings.
And kept the leadoff person off.
Also big. Pitcher on pitcher here. Peyton Guile, the hitter, strike 1.
Only once in 5 innings has Cuba City got the leadoff hitter aboard.
Oh, 0-1 to Guile, who hit into a double play to end the 2nd inning, but not this time, a base hit. So Guile reaches with 2 away.
And the streak of 10 straight hitters retired by Hiram. Guile reaches out and goes the opposite field. Nice piece of hitting.
Courtesy runner for her will be Emily Wickman. Junior outfielder. On base doing the honors for Guile. Now Redfern, the hitter. Redfielder getting some instructions of her own from her head coach. Strikeout victim in the 3rd was Trina. Ball 1. Important hitter for Harem to get, so she doesn't have to face the top of the order. Wants to close it out here. Evens the count at 1-1. One. Fouled that one off. A runner on represents the tying run for the Cubans, but 2 away here in the 5th. Harem trying to extinguish any rally ideas. 2-2 now. Chased after it. It's up around her eyes.
There's no way she's going to drive that pitch. But she did foul it off.
So Trina hanging in there against a tough pitcher in the circle. 2-2 coming back at her, and she rolls at the 3rd. Tom up and throwing in time. Nothing across for the Cubans. Middle of 5. Stays 1-0. Now listen from our statewide sponsor, the WIAA network station.
The 2024 WIAA Softball Championships are brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs.
Fall Creek leading 1-0 here, bottom of the 5th inning. Crickets will send up Johnson, Haynes, and then Tom at the top of the order. Tried to bunt her way on. Missed it. 0-1.
Now had great success against the first two hitters in this inning. Bill Johnson and Haynes struck out in the third.
Struck out Asmussen to end it. Gloved by Vosburg. Nice play, ranging to her right. And there's one away. And now Haynes' turn.
This play by Vosburg was frustrated by that ball going just off her glove when Westray drove in the lone run of the game. 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors for Fall Creek. Cuba City, no runs, 3 hits, and an error in this pitcher's duel.
Haynes takes a strike.
Guy was retired the leadoff person in all 5 innings.
The 0-1. Slaps it, tried to poke it in the left field. Tom will be next. So important for Guile to get this number 9 hitter. They want to deal with Tom and that speed of the runner on. Handles the bat well. Rogers knocks it down and won't have a play. But that will be the case as Haynes is aboard with 1 away for Tom.
Slaps it down toward Rogers at third. She can't come up with it. It'll be an error on the third baseman.
So Guile hoping that Rogers could find a way to get that important second out. But now Kennedy keeping you guessing. Gloved by Vosburg out at second. She'll make the turn. Not in time, but a nice play to get the lead runner there. And get that important second out.
Good middle infield defense. They almost turned there against the speedy Tom. Ball's well hit. Johnson gives Schultz the good relay. She had something on that throw. Comes in first with 2 outs and look for her to be on the run.
There's Barca. Chat time with her head coach. Long chat. Giles throwing her hands up in the circle, saying, come on, I'm ready to pitch. Barca today singled back in the first inning and stole a base. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time. So Tom, as expected, swipes second.
Now 2 of 3 on stolen base attempts today.
Pitch was a strike, so it's 0-1 to Barca. That one a little low out of the zone. Evens the count at 1-1. Important runner out there as far as both teams are concerned in a 1-0 game. Cuba City wants to keep her there. And dancing, Tom again dancing off a second, keeping the Cubans infielders on its toes.
Trying to distract Guile. Going to try and get the hitter here.
Two 1 pitch. Flipped in the air in the infield. Cruiser calling and called off by Guile for the out. Now a message from our statewide sponsors at your WIAA network station.
Leading Leading off the sixth for the Cuba City Cubans, second baseman, Eddie Show.
Third time through the order for Cuba City. See if they can do anything with Grace Aram.
She has allowed just 3 base hits. Struck out 3. Hasn't issued a walk today. And a liner. Oh, Johnson, look what I found.
Nice play by Sophie Johnson to hang with him on a bad hop single. Potentially heading to left. Instead, she cuts it off, makes the throw, and gets Shove.
And Haynes says, yeah, I'll be on the other end of that play.
Johnson making like a goalie out there at short. I mean, that was a bad hop. But her reaction allowed her to glove the ball and make the play to retire the dangerous Shove, the leadoff person for Cuba City.
Summer Rogers now. Strike 1. Rogers today, nothing in 2 trips. A ground out and a strikeout against this tough pitcher. Gets that one into the seats.
Cuba City has not had a base runner get past second base. The lone runner, the second, Vosberg, was doubled off on a line drive to end the second.
I told you earlier that the motto of this team to take everything one thing at a time, be that an at-bat. Score is 1-0, so we'll have to try to solve how can we push a run across to get this even. They've had a propensity to grind out close games. They're in one here. Gloved by Barca, the second baseman. 2 away. And the batter will be Cruiser, the first baseman.
The City beat Boscobel 2-1 in the regional final. Scored a 2-0 win over Fenimore, the sectional semis, and then beat Horicon 9-3 in the sectional final.
1-0 to Josie, who has 1 of the 3 Cuba City hits.
Karam has allowed her defense to pick her up 8 ground ball outs, turned 1 double play.
Smacked foul.
Cruiser's the top power bat in the Cuba City lineup with 10 doubles, most on the team, a triple, 2 homers, most on the team.
See the Fall Creek staff, they're rotating those softballs in.
Well, the rain's picked up a little in the last inning or 2. It's a cool morning, 61 degrees with the wind howling out to right field right now.
Just high, 2-2.
It is a drizzle, probably is a better description than a rain right now.
Drizzle is just annoying. Not enough to stop the contest, just annoying for everybody. Softball players in this state, Bill, you block out all the weather elements.
Yeah, I don't think it's annoying to hear him much. He's been dealing out there in the circle.
A strike away from keeping this game at 1-0. Launch to left. Asmussen going back. Has room, makes the catch. Noisy out, but an out nevertheless. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network. The aforementioned win that is picked up here at Goodman Softball Complex. Bottom 6. We got us a 1-0 ball game. Fall Creek in front. Boy, they would love some insurance here before trying to get those final 3 outs in the top of the 7th. To right, Sophie Johnson. Off the glove of Redfern. Costly misplay out there. Redfern got there and then just didn't squeeze it.
Well, we just talked about how defense has helped the Crickets. It has bedeviled the Cubans. An unearned run is the difference in the game right now. And that's the third error for Cuba City. It puts Johnson on second with none out in the sixth in their quest for an insurance run.
And now here's Raffensperger, the cleanup hitter. Squares, pulls it back, takes strike one. We'll see if that comes back to haunt the Cubans. They want to keep this one at least at 1-0 because it has been tough sledding against Harem, who waits on deck. Going to get to third base. The ball came inside and tight, and the catcher Dressler never corralled it.
And then couldn't find it either. And that enabled Johnson to take third on what I assume will be a wild pitch.
So now Guile and the Cubans really up against it.
Infield comes in.
Upstairs, 2-1.
Guile has struck out 4 today. She could obviously use a strikeout here.
Trying to get there. 2-2. 4, 5, and 6 are scheduled for Cuba City in the top half of the 7th inning. Kraus, Vosberg, and Dressler. But they desperately need to keep that runner at third stranded. This will help with a catch. Catch is made by Scholf for out number 1. That's step 1. Now Harem, the pitcher.
Harem's driven in the only run of the game. Her line drive caromed off the glove of Vosberg and brought in Raffensperger back in the 4th. Or excuse me, she frustrated the big.
Yep. And now she will drive in a run. A key second run for the Crickets. Little floater out to left, but it got the job done to get Johnson home.
Yeah, Harem will go to the circle a little more confident after collecting this RBI single. Didn't hit it that hard, but it gets over Vosberg's head into short left field and will bring in Sophie Johnson with a big second run.
Ginormous, and she knows it. And now here's Westrate, who is 2 for 2 today. Tripled in the second, but was stranded at third base. And then in the first, drove in run number 1 at the time. Got her instructions from Brad Saransky and
be alive with a steal.
Ball 1 to the catcher. One 0 pitch. Swings through the offering. 1-1. Brad Saransky, 4th year at Fall Creek, spent a number of years at Thorpe, who was also in this tournament. Got this Fall Creek team to state for the first time in their school history. And he knew how to win and bring home gold balls at Thorpe. Trying to do the same just down the road at Fall Creek. Smack to left. Westrate, 3 for 3 today. They can't get this Crickets catcher out.
Ball was up, and Westrate pounced on it and slammed it into left. tries to get wide, and she lines it to left. 2 on, 1 out with a run in.
Day to remember, 3 for 3 in the state championship tilt. Now Asmussen. 2 trips, 2 strikeouts today for Kendall. Missed connecting there. Instructions coming in from her head coach. Guy already. Smack, shallow right. It's going to fall as well. No play. Redfern, the right fielder, wanted to throw to first, but no first baseman there. So now they're loaded with crickets.
He slaps this into right. First baseman went into the cutoff position, and she wasn't back at first, where Redfern looked to throw it.
And now Larissa Johnson with the bases loaded for Fall Creek and only 1 away. Something here that Fines Green can do some serious damage. In the air to center. Nolan gets there. Throw comes in and it bounces away. It was there in time, but Dressler couldn't handle it cleanly, so it's 3-0 Fall Creek.
Well, Gal got the fly ball to shallow center she needed. No one came in. Got the momentum going toward the plate, but her throw short hops Dressler, who can't handle it. And the run scores. Dahlberg makes it 2-0. Or make it 3-1. Or 3-0. Excuse me, I'll get it right yet.
Math is hard.
That was Dahlberg, the courtesy runner, scoring.
So now second and third, because everybody moved up. Everybody was tagging for Fall Creek there. So 2 runs in here. Haynes, the number 9 hitter. Just missing with that pitch. 1-1.
Fall Creek team has the luxury that they're 2 of their 3 hitters with averages over 400 hit 8 and 9 in the order. Haynes is one of them, 425. A 2-out single here would really change the complexion of this one.
Yeah. 8 no holes when you get to the bottom of the Crickets lineup. They will make you and force you to compete. 1-2 to Haynes. Count even, 2-2. Guile missed, so now it's full.
Pretty good eye there by Haynes.
Hum's waiting on deck. Cuba City, you don't want to see her. To short. And not in time, and ball gets away, and 2 more runs will score. It's 5-0 Crickets.
Well, you mentioned it earlier. You get the title game, you got to play good defense. Got to make fundamental plays, and that's really been the difference in the game here. Fall Creek there, that'll be scored a hit in the air. As Vosberg's throw got away from the first baseman Cruiser and enabled the second runner Asmussen to come around and score. And a 4-run 6th inning has broken this one open.
Yep.
4 errors now for Cuba City.
They still got to deal with Kennedy Tum here. Dial it back to start this inning when Johnson hit the fly ball to right. And Redfern had it in the glove and it popped out. And Fall Creek took advantage of that and pounced on the opportunity. Runner's going to go. Ball was bounced up there in the dirt by Guile, who's thrown a lot of pitches here in this 6th inning. 23 to be exact. Can't wait for this inning to end. And Guile still battling here with Tum, 2-2. Tum times it and sneaks it into right field for another base hit and another run home for the Crickets.
4th double of the year for Tum. It brings in Haynes, yet another 2-out hit. And this one makes it a 6-0 game. Nice job of hitting here by Tum, who sits back in the off-speed delivery and serves it into right field, just inside the line. Tum's thinking double out of the box. She's also knows she just picked up an RBI, and her team's in pretty good shape to win their first ever state title.
Barca now is the 9th hitter to bat here in the 6th inning.
Five hits, couple errors. Stolen base, a wild pitch. It's the formula for a 5-run inning here in the 6th.
Give the Crickets credit. That opportunity, the door was open. They kicked it in. Center field, ball drops in as well. Tum will score. It's a 6-burger in the 6th, and it's a 7-0 Crickets lead.
Well, again, a killer 2-out hit. This one from Barca, who lines this one into center. Tum's going to score easily. And they've hit around, breaking this game open.
Yeah, here's Johnson. Started all of it. Again, that fly ball to right that she thought was going to be the first out. Instead, merry-go-round. Nine hits now for Fall Creek. 0-2.
The run in the 4th was unearned. 5 of the 6 runs here are unearned. And again, it just underlines you got to make basic plays. Play good defense if you're going to win on Championship Saturday at Goodman Diamond.
Stolen base for Barca. 31 pitches thrown here by Guile in this inning.
Yeah,
she's exhausted.
She's definitely laboring.
Another run out there if the Crickets want it. They won't get it. But they will get a 6-run 6th to lead this one 7-0 heading to the 7th. Now a message from your local station. It's your WIAA network affiliates. The Fall Creek Crickets on the doorstep. They lead it by a touchdown here, heading to the top of the 7th inning against Cuba City. We knew coming in that these two newbies to state, that someone was going to win their first ever state championship, and it was up for grabs until we got to the bottom half of the 6th inning when Fall Creek, pouncing on opportunities, put up 6 runs to give Harem all kinds of padded insurance here as she looks to get the final 3 outs and put this one in the books. Kraus leads it off for the Cubans, then Vosberg and Dressler.
Kraus 0 for 2. Her job is to get on base any way at all.
Just misses 1-1. Roll it short. Johnson up with it, and Haynes can't come up with it on the other end. So a base runner for the Cubans. They need lots of them. Throw was there in plenty of time, and Haynes
just didn't come up with it.
Yeah, frustrated with herself.
It's an error.
First pitch swinging. Raffensperger going back, but circles to get to the spot for out number 1. Dressler will be the hitter now. Fall Creek 2 outs away.
Brooklyn Dressler.
She went around. They're going to appeal, and she did. 0-1 to Brooklyn. And now 0-2. Foul territory, giving chase, but Tum runs out of. Couldn't get there in time.
Harem's throwing a 3-hitter. Hasn't allowed a runner past second base. Let her teammates do the work. Again, one team's played good defense, even though the scoreboard says they got 3 errors. Crickets have made all the basic plays. Karen with 3 strikeouts and has thrown strikes. She hadn't walked anybody.
Another foul ball. Oh, 2. 1-2 to Dressler. Snap throw to first, but Kraus not that far off the bag. Count on Dressler's 2-2. Here I'm looking to get the final 2 outs on the board. There's one of them. Caught by the catcher, Westrate. And now the Crickets can sense it, can feel it. Their fans certainly can. Ball 1 high.
You can tell Harem feels it too. Goes for a little walk behind the circle with herself.
This will fall in for a base hit. Cubans still with a pulse here as Nolan dumps it in for a single. And Guile, the pitcher, will get to be a hitter at least one more time.
4 hits now for Cuba City. Second time they've had multiple base runners in a game. No one has gotten past second base, however, against Harem.
In the air in the infield. Haynes catches it, and the Crickets can celebrate.
Well, pitching and defense, that'll win you games. It did for Fall Creek today as Grace Harum, the hero, both with the bat, 2 RBIs in the circle with a 4-hit shutout. Threw a lot of ground balls, but her teammates picked her up, made the plays, and Fall Creek will be lifting the gold ball for the first time here in a few moments.
Tears for the winners. Tells you how special this season has been for Fall Creek and how much it means to not only get here for the first time, but then win the whole shooting match.
Brad Saransky won a state title at Thorpe back in 2016. He takes over in Fall Creek and leads the Crickets to their first ever state title. Lots of hugs, lots of tears. And Cuba City ends her season with a 22-3 record.
We're going to let them go through the handshake lines and then get a quick word with Brad Saransky before they hand out the hardware. But what a job this season by the Crickets. A 12-0 shutout of Coleman in the D4 semifinal on a 2-hit shutout in 5 innings for Harum. And she comes back here strong. Got those 6 runs late, but it was a 1-0 game until the 6th inning. And all she does is go out there and twirl a 4-hit shutout.
Yeah, the final score is a little misleading. This was your basic pitcher's duel until the 6th inning when Cuba City's had some defense problems and Fall Creek took advantage of the 2-out rally.
All right, joining us now, Brad Saransky. Brad, congratulations. You did this once before at Thorpe. Tell me about the recipe for getting it done again, but this time with the green and white.
The girls did a fantastic job all year. They kept improving every day that we were on practice or every game through our challenging schedule and just believed that they could improve. And they played a great game tonight here on the biggest stage, and I'm just so proud of their effort, their work ethic. And, you know, the chemistry of this team is incredible, and they love each other, and they work hard together, and it's just been a great experience.
What makes your junior left-hander so impressive in the circle?
She can move the ball. She's very accurate. She can do just about anything, and she's tough. She's a hard-nosed young lady, and did a great job down here.
Is it sweeter to build a program to share this with somebody new?
It's pretty special. I mean, it's been a few years here, and a lot of our seniors over the last several years contributed to this and kept getting better and better and better, and they all share in this building of this program and obviously the state title today.
Well, Brad, congrats. You told us we don't have any state mottos, but your motto this year can be state champions in Division 4. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
That's Brad Saransky. He is a state championship head coach once again with the Fall Creek Crickets, who won it 7-0. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network affiliate.
Now we ask each player to come forward as their name
It's a
is
final in
read.
Division 4. Crickets win it over the Cubans from Cuba City, 7-0. Time now for your Wisconsin DOT play of the game. Brought to you by the Wisconsin DOT. Zero in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. And if you're Fall Creek, best play of the game is that play right there. The final out. And the celebration officially on. We'll step aside, come back to hand out the hardware here in Madison. This is your WIAA network station. First trip to state for the Fall Creek Crickets. They scored 19 runs in their 2 games and didn't give up a single tally, Bill.
Pretty sweet season for Fall Creek to win their 30th game. They beat Grantsburg, the top-ranked team, in the sectional final. They win the state championship going away 7-0 with a 4-hitter from Grace Harum, who drove in 2 runs. Quite a season for Fall Creek. Congratulations to Cuba City. And they do it on a rainy morning in Madison.
More to come here in Madison. 2 games down, 2-3 to go. Shelley wins in Division 5. Fall Creek wins in Division 4. Coming up next, stick with us all day long. Division 3 showdown between Laconia and Prescott. Another Cardinals team on the docket. For Bill Brophy and our entire crew here in Madison, Bob Raynard saying so long. Once again, the final score, Fall Creek 7 and Cuba City 0 in the Division 4 state championship.